I'm Melissa, a course creation expert and the founder of Wit Wire, where we help creators turn their skills and passions into profitable online businesses. Today, I'm excited to talk about LearnWorlds, a course creation platform that specializes in interactive video. And for those of you who don't know, I used to work full-time for one of the most well-known online course platforms, but I don't believe that software is one size fits all. And that's exactly why my goal today is to show you how LearnWorlds works, how it's unique from its competitors, and ultimately help you decide if it's the right course creation platform for you. I'll start with a quick tour of the dashboard, and then I'll show you how to create online courses in LearnWorlds, including some of their interactive features that set them apart from competitors. I'll also show you how to add different types of lessons to your course beyond just video, and I'll show you what the sales page builder looks like and how to create a full website. If you're curious to check it out, you can start a free 30-day trial at witandwire.com/learnworlds, or you can use the code WITandWire at checkout for 20% off your first 3 months. But first, let's talk about what LearnWorlds can and can't do as a platform. If you've watched any other Wit and Wire tutorials, you've heard me talk about the difference between course platforms and course marketplaces. So LearnWorlds is a platform. It allows you to create and sell courses through your own business, unlike a marketplace where you would be contributing courses to another business's catalog. So a platform is what I recommend for most online business owners. That said, this is an interesting hybrid situation. I usually talk about course creation platforms as either an all-in-one platform or a specialist. All-in-one platforms usually cover the big three. You can create a website, you can do email marketing, and you can create and sell digital products like online courses. That's great for some business owners who prefer to keep everything in one place. But on the other hand, some business owners prefer to build what I call a tech stack of different specialists. So some course creation platforms really specialize in creating and selling online courses, and then they allow you to use that tool alongside your existing website built in a tool like Squarespace or WordPress and your existing email marketing platform. If you're new to email marketing, I'll leave some links in the description with my recommended favorites. But this is particularly relevant for LearnWorlds because they're neither an all-in-one nor a specialist. They sit halfway in between because they are a website platform and they are a course creation platform, but they don't have a native email marketing tool. Instead, they offer native integrations with some of the most popular platforms, and you can connect to others via Zapier. So just know that if you do move forward with LearnWorlds, you will need a separate email marketing tool, especially since that's such a core marketing channel for online course creators. That said, I do think that the LearnWorlds website builder is one of their best competitive advantages because it's much more in-depth and robust than some of their direct competitors. So if you're looking for a tool that can create a full website and can also let you create and sell online courses, then LearnWorlds could definitely be worth considering. You might also choose to use LearnWorlds alongside your existing website, but I'm excited to show off both the website building features and the course creation platform to help you decide if LearnWorlds is right for you. Let's start with a tour of the LearnWorlds dashboard. When you log into your school, here's a preview of what you'll see. So on the main dashboard, you'll see some key metrics on the top, and these will start to populate once you enroll students. You can see new signups, revenue, and active learners over a recent time period. And then on the top right, you can click Help if you want to scroll through support articles or get in touch with the LearnWorlds team. Same thing on the bottom left. Then on the side, this is where you can see the main menu. And if you click into any of these, that's where you can get into all of the details of either creating courses, building your site, managing users, and so on. And at the bottom, you'll find the settings to control all of the main info about your school and about your account. Let's take a look at the site builder. So when you create your LearnWorlds account, you'll be prompted to choose a site template. And there are plenty of options to choose from. They all have different layouts, fonts, and colors. And you can change the fonts and the colors later, and you can customize any of these layouts. So I would choose one that most closely matches what you're searching for. And I'm gonna go ahead with this one for our demo. Here's the template I picked on the right. And now I could change the colors, the fonts, and how condensed you wanted the text to be. These are all completely up to you and your branding. Maybe for today, I will go with Japanese Autumn and we'll pick Poppins as our font and click Save. Let's click OK. And that locks in those decisions. You also have other options along the top to really customize the look and the feel of your school to suit your brand. Let's close this sidebar and take a look at the page builder. So right now I'm looking at the home page in our template site. And if I hover over any of these sections, you can see I have the option to add a new section, or I could add individual widgets. So starting with a widget, you can see here you have all kinds of options. You can add a header text, main text, accordions, buttons. Truly, the list goes on. There are so many ways you can customize your site. But I'm gonna X out of this to show you that you can also add sections. And one place where LearnWorlds really shines is with these pre-built sections. So let's say I wanted a call to action. I could scroll through and choose one of these. But if I click one of these, let's say I click this blue option, you'll notice when it inserts this section into my site, it actually adapts the colors and the fonts that I had pre-selected. And I think that's a huge advantage and a time saver that LearnWorlds offers to really ease the page building process. From here, you could double click in the text to edit this text. You could click on a button, and you'll notice along the side that the menu changes based on which widget is active. You could go through and customize the full page to your liking, or you could click the Pages button on the side to edit the other pages in your school. So for example, you could click the About page, let's save our changes, and this will bring us over to the About page, where you could continue to double click to either edit the template blocks or add sections to customize it to suit your brand. You'll use this same page builder to create a sales page for your course, but we have to add a new course to our school first, so let's head back to the dashboard and talk about how to create a course in LearnWorlds. You can create and edit courses by clicking the Courses menu on the side. And I'm going to click Create Course to start from scratch. To get started, we're going to give our course a title, and you can easily change this later, but I'm going to call mine Course Builders, which is the name of my own signature program. On the next page, you'll be prompted to create a slug, which is the end of the URL. I'm going to keep this as is and click Next. Now I'm going to select what type of course this is, and I'm creating a paid course, but you do have some other options if your course is coming soon or free, so it's nice to read through and see these different options. But I'm guessing most of us are creating paid courses, so we'll click Next. And this is where you can set a price. You can easily change this later. For now, I'll go ahead and just say that this is $100, which is not the price of this program, but we'll keep it simple today and click Next. Finally, you're prompted to add an image, and you can see on the left, they're showing you exactly where this would go. This is commonly called a course thumbnail. So I'm going to go ahead and just upload an example image for our demo. I'm using a stock image today. You might also choose to use a designed graphic. You can also add a description, and this appears during the sales process. I'm just going to write demo description here for now and click Next. And then finally, you have the option to drip feed your course. This is the feature that allows you to unlock lessons, usually 1 week at a time. But I don't typically use this feature. I prefer to let students access the full program when they join or whenever that curriculum is available. So I'm going to skip this and click Finish. The first thing you'll see is this template sales page, but let's quickly reorient ourselves. So on the top, you can see this navigation menu, and this gives you all of the different tools to create and sell your online course. Layout is the sales page. Contents refers to the curriculum. Access, we've already selected paid, and we've set some of these settings during the onboarding flow, and you can see now how you could edit those. You can set a course price, you can change the settings, and you can actually change what the course player will look like. So let's just take a quick minute to talk about some of these options. You can see that when I click into these different settings, it changes the way that the viewing experience will appear to your students. I typically go for one of the minimal options on the top. I like to see the sidebar visible, but that is completely up to you. It's also your choice if you toggle on some of these settings. And although I'm not going to go through all of them, I think a nice takeaway here is that LearnWorlds really gives you the tools to customize the way that your course feels to your students. So there is a lot that you can do to really choose exactly how you want students to feel when they're going through your course. The last two tabs are Video Library, which is where you're going to upload your files, and then the dashboard, which over time will show metrics about this course. Let's head back to Contents and talk about how to add sections and activities in LearnWorlds. So in LearnWorlds terms, you can create sections, and those sections can hold individual activities. So let's start by adding a few sections, and I'm going to call the first one Profitable Idea, and I'll keep this as a draft for now. I'm going to add just a few more so that you can see what this would start to look like. So I'll call this Planning, and then I'll add one more section, and I'm going to call this Your Offer. All three of these are drafts for now. You can see that clearly indicated on the side, and I'll show you how to publish those shortly. But next, I'm going to show you how to add activities. And when you click this button, you'll see just how many options there are. And I think this is one area where LearnWorlds really shines. There are just so many different types of activities you can add to your course to create a truly customizable experience. We have the standard lesson types like video or PDFs or even audio. But then along the side, you can also see the option to add live sessions, and they have a Zoom integration where your students could log into this course and see a Zoom session happening natively. You can also enable one-on-one or group sessions, and there's a Calendly integration to use those. Moving on, you can also see the option to include exams, self-assessments. You can include forms that allow students to introduce themselves or to collect information. They have so many great templates here. You can also add certificates or embed truly anything. So the opportunities here are endless. And I just want to show you a couple of examples. So up first, let's add a video lesson. I'm going to call this the bridge theory. And I'm going to click save and edit to bring up the sidebar. On the side, we've already decided that this is a video, and you could change the icon if you wanted. But here you see a few different options to upload videos. And the one I would recommend is that you use the course video library, because in this option, you can actually use LearnWorlds to host the video files. So I don't have any videos uploaded yet, so let's click add one. Previously, we were on the contents tab, but now you can see we're actually on the video library tab. And this is where you can upload as many videos as you'd like to include in your course. So you can either click the add video button, or you can drag and drop in your files. So I'm going to go ahead and just find a few demo files to use for this course. Now we have a few videos to work with, so let's head back over to contents. And here's the lesson that I added. And if we click settings, now in the video file section, we can choose from course video library, and I'm going to select this video, the bridge theory. If I wanted, I could also add a digital download below this video, but for now I'm going to skip this and I'm going to click save. I'm going to click add activity again, add another video, and I'm going to call this brainstorm course outcomes, and then click save and edit. And now that those videos are already uploaded, I can go ahead, select from course video library, add the next video, and I could continue on to fill out this full section. But before we talk about other types of activities, I want to talk about interactive video, because this is one feature that LearnWorlds includes that I haven't seen in really any other course platform. So let's say we've added this video. You can click the edit video button to bring up the interactive video editor. This brings up a full menu's worth of additional interactive tools. And you can see they range from adding text or images to your video, to including interactions, to editing the thumbnail, adding subtitles, or an interactive transcript. There are just so many great features you can do here that I think really set LearnWorlds apart. I'm going to focus on just a few, but the first one is subtitles. I think subtitles or a transcript really elevates the accessibility of your course, which is so important. So you can either upload an existing SRT file if you've generated the transcript elsewhere, or if you're on certain paid plans with LearnWorlds, you can auto-generate captions right here. Closing out of this, kind of a similar feature here is the interactive transcript. And here you could auto-generate that transcript to, once again, make it more accessible for more students to engage with your course. I also want to show you how to add interaction. So if I knew maybe later on in the video, closer to the end, maybe at this point I want students to download a workbook or take another action. So what I could do is put my cursor here and then click add interaction, and then a button, maybe I want this to go in the top corner, a button would appear at this timestamp. And so I can see on the side, it's going to start at the 7-minute 9-second mark, and then it's up to me to decide how long I want it to appear on screen. Then you can change the colors and fonts, and you can decide maybe if the video should pause when somebody clicks on it. And then crucially, you'll set the action that should occur. And most likely you are going to open a link, but it's also interesting, you could also skip ahead to a different point in the video. So that's how you can add a button. You can double click here. Maybe I would say download workbook. Maybe if you click on the button itself, you could then make it wider if needed. If I close out of this, you can see, I think there's an option, here we go, just to make it a little bit wider if you wanted that to be just all on one line. And then if I go back a few seconds and click play, you'll see it just kind of slowly fades in at that timestamp that we set before. You can lock in those changes by clicking save. So I'll go ahead and do that. And then let's head back to the course to continue adding activities. Here are some of the other types of activities you can add in a LearnWorlds course. So when you click add activity, we covered a video. You can also add a PDF. And if I just typed in PDF here and clicked save and edit, this is where you could add the file here at the top, select PDF. And let me just show you a quick example. Here is my uploaded PDF, and I'm going to click save for now, and you'll get to see what that looks like when we preview the course. Let's just add a few more activities first. So I really want to show you what the self-assessment and forms section looks like. So here you have the opportunity to start from scratch, or you can use one of LearnWorlds pre-built templates, either to invite students to upload their work, record and share a short video or piece of audio. They can reflect on their own, Or then under forms, you could have students introduce themselves. You could have them submit an evaluation. You can also ask for customer satisfaction checks, perhaps like at the end of a section. So there's so much that you can do. And I'm just going to go back to self-assessment and do upload your work to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to call this submit assignment just to keep things simple, and click save and edit. Now this is going to bring me into more of the page builder experience that we saw before. And here you have the opportunity to add different sections and questions. So let's add a question, and you can see just how vast the options are. So if you had started from scratch, you could use multiple choice questions, you could do match and ordering, you can have students submit short text or upload files for assignments, you can have them record video or audio. The list of options is truly endless. But here what we have is the opportunity to edit text. So I could say like submit your course concept for approval, and then maybe I would customize the text here. You could also change the button text if you wanted. But then what you can do is click the question to see what students would see. So in this case, because we're asking them for a file, they could choose either to upload something from their device or drag and drop it in, and that's how students could submit an assignment. Again, the opportunities here are endless, but I think this is another area where LearnWorlds really sets itself apart. Next, let's preview the course as a student. So I'm going to change this section from draft to paid. And even though there's nothing in this section, I'll go ahead and swap this as well. And now along the top, let's click preview course. And then you can see on the side, if I click over to the bridge theory, here is what a video would look like. Here is what the PDF embed looks like. And then you can also see the opportunity to submit assignment, and this is exactly what your student will see. Now you may notice right now we have this PDF in its own lesson. Let's click OK, this is fine. But maybe you actually want a PDF to go with this video lesson. So if I close out of this preview and I head back into the contents editor, if you click the settings of this video, down here you can see the opportunity to add a digital download. And let me just do that to see the difference between a PDF lesson and adding this download here. Here is that same file, but let's click save. Now that it's saved, you can see a small paperclip icon, but let's click preview to open this in a new tab. And now you can see on the side, there's this small attachment icon, and if students click it, they will see the PDF associated with this lesson. I also want to show you how to create a course sales page. So back in the editor, let's head over to the layout tab. And this is the sales page for the course. So if you click edit page, this brings us into that page builder that you may recognize from the full site builder. And you can go through this page, you can add individual sections, and you can browse through these pre-built sections from LearnWorlds. You can also double click into any text to edit it. So for example, if you liked this section, you could double click any of these to add your own text or customize the way this looks. And then scrolling down, you can also see they have a block that includes the curriculum outline for the course and a bit about you. So you would want to spend some time customizing this page, and then you would make sure that you had, I would recommend at the bottom, a call to action, either that goes directly to the sales page, or perhaps you wanted something that had maybe a side-by-side option. It's up to you what you prefer. This would be an example of the most basic option. And again, I would recommend that you end this page with a call to action. I also want to talk about how you can edit your checkout pages. So here I'm looking at this course sales page, and you can see all the pages on the side, including the main pages that we talked about before, for example, the home page. But if you want to edit the checkout page, what you want is to look under system pages. So let me minimize this. What I'm looking for is down here. We want to click the payment page. And this is where you can customize the look and feel of your checkout page. So if you wanted, you'll notice they're using variables like product title and description. Those will vary based on the course, but it's up to you if you want to add different fields, if you want to change the layout, perhaps you wanted to add something here. Maybe a testimonial could be a good example of customization on this page. But then once you're happy with it, you'll click save, and this will apply to all of the checkouts for all courses in your LearnWorlds school. Let's also cover some optional features you may choose to enable in your school. One of those features is a community. LearnWorlds does have a very basic forum setup. You can see here you have the opportunity to create a space where people can add posts and then communicate with each other here. It's pretty basic, but if all you need is a simple space where your students can stay in touch, then this could get the job done. Another great feature is an affiliate center. So as a business owner, You can have affiliates, like your students, promote your courses in exchange for commission. So under settings, you might choose to turn this on, and then you can change the terms of agreement as well as the actual terms. And if you wanted, you could actually edit this page where affiliates can self-register. So they would be able to access this from your website. You could customize this as needed, and you could invite people to self-elect into becoming an affiliate for your courses. It's a great sales strategy, maybe not one that you would use at first, but certainly one to consider as your business grows. Another unique feature in LearnWorlds is the ability to create your own mobile app. This is for an additional cost, and I don't think it's for everybody, but on the side under the mobile app menu, you can see opportunities to set up and customize your own app. And if you know that your students would benefit from learning from you on the go on their phone, this could be worth considering, but I would just make sure that this is something that your students need. It might just be a shiny object and not a good fit for all business owners. This also brings up the difference between different price points on LearnWorlds. So you can start on the starter plan, which is $24 per month, and these prices are shown paid yearly. But I think in order to get the most out of it, most likely you'll end up on the Pro Trainer plan, which includes some of the SCORM features if that's important to your business, or even the Learning Center plan is really where that interactive video starts to come in. So over time, a lot of business owners who choose LearnWorlds are doing so because it's a specialist and because they're looking for those added features. So I think it's important to see where the price point is headed, but you absolutely can get started on Starter or Pro Trainer and see how your business grows. But to make sure LearnWorlds is right for you, when you do visit witandwire.com/learnworlds, you'll want to just take a close look at all of the features to not only analyze what you would need to purchase today, but what price point you would expect to end up at in the future. Like all platforms, I do think LearnWorlds has some areas for improvement. It is a very capable tool, but because of that, it can feel a little bit complex. A lot of buttons are maybe not as intuitive as other platforms, but it is very capable. And because it can add so many types of activities, it makes sense that the tool maybe doesn't feel as obvious at first, but once you get past the learning curve, as we saw, it is quite capable. There's also one feature that I'm surprised that they don't have, and that is the ability to add text below videos. So you saw that I added a video and you could include a PDF in that lesson, but I often include text below my videos. I'm either elaborating on the assignment, sharing sources or additional materials. So for me, that's a must-have feature, and that might not be true for everybody. Perhaps it's something they have in the works, but as of the time of this recording, that's not a feature you have. It would be a deal breaker for me, but certainly not for all business owners. I also wish that they had support for tax calculation at checkout. That is not a feature that all of the course creation platforms have, but depending on your business and perhaps talk with an accountant about this, that may or may not be important to you, so it's worth noting. And they might have some integrations that you could utilize at checkout, but again, it's something to research. If you're ready to try it out yourself, you can start a free 30-day trial by visiting witandwire.com/learnworlds. Or if you're ready to upgrade, use the code WITandWire at checkout to save 20% off your first 3 months. If you found this video helpful, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Wit and Wire for more online business tips. If you enjoyed this video, here's another one that I think you might find useful.